managed to have quite a lot of changes in personnel these past 477 days. So let's start this year's review by reminding ourselves who is new in our diocese, even though we might think they've been here forever. We've had 8 clerical appointments, 7 of whom have moved into our diocese to be with us. Adam is now in Van Lobbesjuden, Clodagh in Fermoy, Elise in Cove in Clonmaya, Eugene is new in Kinsale, James in Temple Bredy, Jean is in Movidi and at CUH, Martin is Dean's Vicar at St Finbarr's Cathedral, and Peter is new at Kingston College in Mitchelstown. William and Terence have been appointed examining chaplains, and Martin and Megan have been appointed as Bishop's domestic chaplains. Megan is also now the new Rural Dean for Cork City. We have 2 new people in the diocesan office. John is the new diocesan secretary and Chris is the new assistant secretary. Melvin isn't new to the diocese, but he's new in his role as diocesan honorary treasurer. And Sarah Louise has been commissioned as pioneer evangelist. We've had a total of 3 ordinations. Owen and Andrew have been ordained deacon and Martin has been ordained priest. We also gained 4 new diocesan lay readers, Sheila, Hilary, Joanna and Carl. And we've got 5 new lay local ministers, Paulette, Anne, Lineker, Clodagh and Mary. Robert, Gillian and John were appointed honorary canons at St Finbarr's Cathedral. We also had 7 retirements this year. Sue and Billy retired from their roles in the diocesan office, Anne from her roles as chaplain at Bandon Grammar School, Bruce from his role at Northridge House, Thomas retired from his role as chaplain of Kingston College, Marie retired from her role as diocesan lay reader, and Graham as diocesan honorary treasurer. There was an absolute heap of diocesan events this year, so let's get straight into it. We've had not only 1 but 2 Lord Mayors visit the Bishop at the Palace on their annual courtesy visit. The Diocesan Youth Council celebrated their 20th anniversary and they were invited to a barbecue at the Bishop's Palace. Later in the year, in November, there was a special service at St Finbarr's Cathedral. In October, the Archdeacon and the Dean of Cloyne visited the Diocese of Borga in Finland to celebrate their 100th anniversary. The Diocese of Borga is linked to our diocese under the Porvoo Agreement. We had 3 services for diocesan schools, 1 at each cathedral. At St Finbarr's and at St Fartnes, they were harvest-themed, and at St Coleman's, it was St Coleman-themed. Also in October, the Archbishop of York came to Cork, Cloyne and Ross to speak at the annual Clergy Away Days. He also visited the Shandon Bells, and he addressed the lay people of the diocese at St Finbarr's Cathedral. Afterwards, they all had a cup of tea and a biscuit in the palace, and he looks fairly happy there, I'd say. On the 19th of November, 350 people attended a celebration for lay ministry in the diocese at St Finbarr's Cathedral. It was all happening that day. There were prayers for the peace of the world led by the Diocesan Youth Council. We had the readers licensed, we had the LLMs commissioned, we said goodbye to Billy and hello to John. It was all happening at this service. Which brings us to Christmas and to the annual blessing of the Share Crib by Bishop Paul and Bishop Finton. The Bishop of Cork Pastoral Care Fund Christmas Appeal raised a whopping €23,000 this year. In January, we had the morning vigil of Thanksgiving for all the appointments that were made during the past year. In February, the Archbishop of Armagh visited Cork, Cloyne and Ross to preach at St Mary's Church, Carrigaline for the bicentenary. He also visited St Finbarr's Cathedral, and I think he looks like another very happy Archbishop. And he visited Middleton College, where he participated in a Q&A session about the Northern Ireland Assembly for Leaving Cert students. In February, the Bishop hosted a dinner and training event for primary school boards of management at the beginning of their 4-year term. The Triduum was started off as every year with the annual Chrism Eucharist at Ross Cathedral. On Good Friday, the Bishop led a Way of the Cross throughout the diocese, where he travelled to loads of churches within the diocese throughout the day. At the end of April, the Celtic bishops gathered in the Diocese of Cork, Cloyne and Ross. And at the beginning of May, the General Synod took place in Armagh. In June, many of you attended the Quiet Day retreat with Brother Tobias in St Mary's Collegiate Church in Youghal, and in the same month, Pioneer Ministry launched their programme in our diocese, which took place at Northridge House and was attended by a mix of lay people and clergy. Since the last Diocesan Synod, 108 people were confirmed in our diocese, and as every year they got to go to a confirmation morning with the Bishop, where they get to join in with a lot of interesting activities. We had 5 major anniversaries this year. St Matthew's Church in Ballydehobunan celebrated 150 years. St Mary's Church Carrigaline finished off with a year of celebrations for their 200th anniversary, and St James's Church in Mallow started their celebrations for their 200th anniversary. St Finbarr's Cathedral celebrated the 1400th anniversary of the death of their patron saint. And of course, major anniversary of this legend, 25 years of our Bishop of Cork, Cloyne and Ross. We had a massive Easter celebration of faith and life together in the diocese. When I said everything was happening at the other service, it was actually happening here. Everyone and their aunt was there. Even my granny flew in from Germany. I'm not even joking. She was actually there to celebrate with all of us the faith, the life in our diocese, and of course the Bishop's 25th anniversary. The Lord Mayor Councillor Kieran McCarthy held a civic reception, the highest honour any person in Cork can get at City Hall for our Bishop. The Diocesan Council commissioned a portrait of the Bishop by local artist Jack Hickey, which leads us to the most talked about, most anticipated and most requested part of this video. The Bishop and his shovel. I don't even know what I can say to this because I think everybody knows the Bishop's been going around the diocese planting trees, one for every year of the 25 years he's been Bishop of Cork, Cloyne and Ross.